And on this video tutorial, we're going to do something kind of different. We are going to paint a table runner that is so nice. I'm so excited for fall, that you could use all fall. You could even use this on your table for Thanksgiving. So as you're hopping on, say hello. Let me know that I'm not just standing in my craft room on an afternoon talking to my cell phone all by myself. Feel free to ask questions, feel free to sprinkle. So the main ingredient that we're going to be using is the October 2023 Craft Club project. And I want to show you what comes in the box this month, and I want to tell you how it works. Let me know in the comments, by the way, if you are already a Craft Club member, and tell everyone if you like it, if you've been happy, if you feel like it's been a good value, because I have been thrilled. And I joined October 2 years ago, so I have not been disappointed by a single month. Craft Club is a monthly subscription that will come roughly the same time each month. It's $22.95 plus tax and shipping. You get a surface, a stencil, a medium, whether it's chalk paste or ink, and sometimes you get 2 pouches. You get a new squeegee, you get whatever doodads, ribbon, or things that go with the project. You get printed instructions. They even do a tutorial. So it's an awesome deal. Okay, so this is October 2023, and I have lots of plans for this fabulous stencil that came in this Craft Club. It says thankful and blessed, and then it has these adorable pumpkins with big leaves and nice stems on the bottom. We're going to do this and we're going to paint it. It's going to be really cool. But there are lots of other things you could do, like I'm thinking some t-shirts with just the words thankful and blessed. I'm working on a scarf over here. We'll probably do a pillow. I mean, there's so many things that you're going to be able to use this for. You use it this season, put it away when Christmas is here, and as we go through spring and summer, pull it back out next fall, use it next fall. Same, I mean, these are reusable many times. You're going to get some of this awesome black and white ribbon. This, you guys, is a table runner, and I've been working on it, so I don't want to give it completely away, but you guys, it's 72 inches long. This is super nice canvas. It's got a nice, it's just the edges are so nice, the fabric is so nice. I gave it a quick little iron because it's going to come in a plastic bag and it's going to be totally wrinkled, but super duper nice. In fact, I sent a message to Crystal Mugford, one of the owners of Magnolia, and I said, please, could we have table runners as one of our surfaces at Magnolia? I mean, because this is so nice. She said, we're thinking about it. So, but the stencil is exclusive. You cannot get the stencil anywhere else. It will come with a package of ink, a brand new squeegee, and these are the instructions. Plus, there's a video. So that is what comes in Craft Club this month. I am going to use ink from my pot. And so I'll just squeeze that into my ink pot, whoops, into the black one when I'm all finished. And I'm also going to be using Magnolia green ink and pumpkin pie ink that will dilute to make it almost like a paint that we can paint on there. And we'll be using, since this is a table runner that could potentially need to be washed, we're going to use fabric glue, fabric hot glue from Sherbonder, and they have it, and it's no different really from working with the other glue, except this is meant for fabric and it's washable. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. All right, what you're going to want to do is open your table runner all the way this is pretty tightly woven, but you don't want to risk having it folded over on itself that the ink would go through. So I'm going to put a piece of paper towel behind it. And the instructions say, which we'll do it on the other side, to glue your ribbon 3 to 4 inches up from the bottom of your, from the edge of your table runner. So we'll do that. I'm going to show you a trick. And then I would put my stencil on right here. I'm not going to actually do it because I need to be able to handle the other side to show you how to paint it. But I would just center my stencil right here. Use my ink, the ink that comes in the pouch, and the squeegee. And you're going to push it through the holes. You're going to make sure it's on really good. Push it through the holes in the stencil. Rinse your stencil in cool water. You can use a sponge and some dish soap if the front of your stencil is a little stained, which is normal. But I mean, I've already used it and I was able to get all of that out. And then lay it out on your counter to dry. And when it's dry, you're going to put it back on the backing sheet. Okay. So I've already done that because I want to be able to jump ahead to the next step. Whoops, oopsie. And you guys, this table runner is so nice. This is what it looks like. It's beautiful right now. Seriously beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to heat set it and then we'll do the ribbon. And I have a trick for the ribbon. So who answered? Are you a member of Craft Club? And what do you think? And you know what? Tell me if you can remember. It's hard to remember. What was your favorite project so far? The last 2 months have been awesome. I mean, really every month has been awesome. But, okay, so I'm turning on my iron and I'm setting it just a little bit, just around cotton-ish. No steam. And it's actually turned on. And this is fully dry. I did it like 4 hours ago. And this is parchment paper, which, have you been introduced to this awesome parchment paper that you can get at Dollar Tree? Oh my gosh, I love this stuff. It's so great. It's already cut and it's so easy to craft on it and then toss it. And you get 25 sheets for $1.25. Kathy says she's a member and she loves it. Yay. Okay, so then I'm going to heat set this. If you have a heat press, you can use a heat press. You do want to make sure that your stencil's 100% dry. Donna says that she uses the parchment paper from Dollar Tree all the time. Yeah. It's hard to find at mine, so when I do see it in stock, I usually grab like 3 or 4 packages of it. I'm going to do the front, and then I'm going to do the back. It's unlikely that I'll actually wash this in the washing machine, but the thing is, when you're going to paint on top of it, you want that ink to be heat set because you don't want it mixing up with the with what you're painting and just, you know, getting black ink in your orange and green paint that we're going to make with ink. Also, be sure to be moving your iron around. And I did work on this a little bit before I came live, so I am sure that I am good to go. So, next up I'm going to show you a trick with the ribbon. Let me unplug my iron and move it out of the way. Dora says that her favorite project so far was the Home Sweet Home. I think that was Was it a cutting board for the kitchen? I can't remember. I have a huge box of past projects that I'll have to get out and show you guys at some point. Okay, so I am just going to fold this other end up, and let's move it out of the way just a smidge. Okay. All right, so let's do the ribbon first. I took my big piece of ribbon and I cut it in half. And then here's the thing, this ribbon is wired. You can glue it on with it being wired, but I personally don't like how wired ribbon lays on fabric. And if you wash it, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be kind of crumpled and funky. So if you just look at the end of each, can you guys see that? Each side, there is a metal piece in here. And this particular wire, this particular ribbon, this works just fine. Just using some pliers and I'm pulling that out. And then I'm tossing it. Let's do the other side. It's so much softer now. So just take it out gently and slowly. Did you guys know that you could do that? You probably did. Okay, and then the other thing I want to do is I want this to look neat. So I'm basically going to hem it on itself on one side, and then we'll hem the other side too. Once we figure out exactly where it needs to go. Okay, so I'm using my fabric glue from Surebonder. And my fabric glue sticks are sort of a cream color. I'm not sure why. You should be able to get it in, just trying to remember which side is which. I think that other side is the front. You should be able to get it in clear also. So I cut this off, and I'm going to basically fold it over on itself, right where that check starts. This is low temperature hot glue, so you're not going to kill yourself or remove your fingerprints, which is not good. However, this this fabric glue, it does kind of want to fall out of the gluing device for some reason. Okay, so this is hemmed, basically. And I'm going to put it right at 3 inches. Where did my ruler go? It's right here. It's hiding under everything. I can't wait to show you the painting part. Okay, so I want to go up 3 inches. You could wrap it around the back of the table runner edge if you want. I'm not going to do that. And then I'm going to run a bead of glue on either side. Okay? So let me make sure that I have it basically straight. And I think I do, for the most part. Okay, I'm not going to fuss too much about that. You alternatively could use any kind of fabric glue that you like. I'm just so impatient that I almost always default to hot glue because you get an instant, you get instant results. Still straight. I'm not going to glue all the way because I'm going to need to hem the other end. also I don't want to use too much. Okay, let me look at this. Figure out it's going to need to fold over in the middle of this. Yeah. You could iron this ribbon once you take the wire out of it if yours is super crumpled. It's just up to you. Okay, let's finish this off and move on to the fun part. Okay, so because I used this fabric glue from Pure Bonder, this could be washed. And also I've heat set it with a hot iron, so it is completely permanent. All right, let's get a couple layers of paper towel to go underneath the design. If you've never painted on a stenciled fabric before, I suggest you can use this stencil on a piece of canvas or something and practice. Okay, and what you're gonna need to do it is you're gonna need ink. The Magnolia Design Company ink. You're not gonna wanna use any kind of paint or anything like that. Paint is, it dries crunchy. You definitely don't wanna use paint on any stencils. But as far as this table runner goes, it's not gonna wash good if you use paint. You want ink, and when this is all fully dry, I will heat set it again. I will use a blow dryer to remove my glue strings. Okay, it looks really pretty right now. So we're gonna make orange, and then we're gonna make green. And I'm just using some of these little trays. You could use a plastic bowl. It absolutely doesn't matter. And I'm just using some cruddy brushes. Okay, so let's take the orange and do that first. And this is called pumpkin. It's probably not gonna take very much, but we can always add more. So I'm just using my mister here. Let's see what size paintbrushes do I have. Let's start with this smaller one. You do want to be careful that you don't have too much water on your brush with your ink, because then it can have a tendency to bleed. And so I'm just mixing this pumpkin ink up with the water that I put in there. It doesn't have to be any fancy kind of water. You could add yellows, you could add reds, you could add all kinds of other colors, but I'm just going to do orange. And I'm going to paint it on carefully, and then I'm going to kind of dab it off so that it's not sitting on top of this black ink. Looks great. This is going to be very happy and bright. This is just like coloring. And you could dilute your ink more if you want it more muted. It's completely up to you. I'm going for bright with this. when you dab it off, it makes it so that the black lines don't look like they have orange over the top of them. And you do want to be careful that you don't drip any of this on your table runner because it's going to be pretty permanent. I've done that several times and it's super frustrating. I'm like, darn! I'm going to show it to you upside down. But see how easy that is? And this is ink. So, let me grab some more paper towels. So after I heat set it, let's go a little bit lighter. It will be completely permanent. So this whole thing, and I would have 2 of these, one at each end, just above the ribbon that we're placing 3 inches up from the bottom. Just going to paint a little bit more, and then we'll start some green. I may come back and do another color. Tell me, those of you that are like gardeners, what color are those little flowers that that pumpkins have when they are starting to bloom, that look like this right here? What color are those? Aren't they kind of like creamy, beigey color, or I can't remember. My mom always had a garden, but I have a decidedly black thumb, so I've tried tomatoes and stuff like that, and I have just not ever had any good success. So I always loved going to my grandmother's garden. My grandpa, she and my grandpa were potato farmers, and they lived out on a ranch. And of course, back in those days, you grew and canned a lot of your own food. So I loved going out onto her garden, and my sister and I loved peas, and we would pick and eat the peas right there in the garden. Okay, so this is what it's looking like so far. Let's do a little green. And I could come back later if I feel like it and add, add some more colors to the pumpkins. Okay, I need my green. I'm using Magnolia green because that's the color ink that I have right now. So if you have a different color Magnolia green tinted ink, you can use that. There's one called Peppermint, and I'm trying to think. At one point they had kind of like a olive or kind of an army green, I think. But I don't know what colors they have right now. Okay, so I'm just mixing this up. Hey, and if you're watching this live, it's like, what is today? The 6th, I think, of October. 2023. Magnolia is redoing their brown colored chalk paste, in case you're looking and wondering where is it. And it's going to be called Tanned Leather, and it's going to be the new formula that is longer lasting. And I'm not sure if it will be scented or not. But anyways, if I had brown right now, I would probably do the stems brown, but I don't. So when it comes in, I may come back and paint the stems on my pumpkins brown. I'm getting a little crazy here. I don't want quite so much water. This is going to be so pretty. And you guys, I'm not even kidding. This table runner is so darn nice. Let's do a little bit more leaves. And then I think I'll finish it off camera and heat set it and get pictures. So, if you have not joined my craft club yet, here's my question for you. Why the heck not? It's $22 a month. If you've never stenciled or done any of these kind of crafts, it's a great way to get started, to learn, to try out. Every month it's a different project, different kind of project, and you're going to learn. Every month you get a surface. So one month it might be a cutting board, the next month it might be this awesome table runner. It's been awesome so far. I really think it has. And we'll do probably at least 5 more crafts this month using this awesome stencil that comes in the October 2023 Craft Club box. Once October's over, this will be gone. It's exclusive. You can't purchase it individually. So this is the only way to get it. And you know, I'm a Christ follower. Obviously, I talk about my faith and about Jesus Christ all the time. I am loving, thankful, and blessed, and I'm thinking there's so many things that you could do with that stencil that don't even involve fall. So anyways, okay, so let me show you how it's looking. This is what it's looking like. I'm going to finish the rest of it off camera. I will heat set it then and get pictures, and I'll come back and share pictures of it here. I am working on this scarf, which I don't know if it's even remotely dry. This is it was a $5 Target scarf, and I was trying to use silver ink. Well, I think that's going to disappear. So I'm going to probably re-go over it with white or black, but scooch it over and add just a little bit so it looks like it has a silver shadow. So that's going to be next up. And then we will do probably cloth napkins, a sweatshirt, a pillow, and each time we'll do something completely different. We're not going to be painting orange and green on every single one. So you'll get tons of ideas of things that you can do, both ink projects and chalk paste projects. And the stencil itself is reusable many times. So you can use it this year, tuck it away, then bring it back out next year, then tuck it away, then bring it out next year. Unless you want to use just the words, and then you can use the words all year long. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Let me know if you would like a link just to hop over to the page on my website where it gives you all the information. It's $22.95 plus sales tax and shipping. And shipping generally is around $5. It's going to come in its own little individual box. There's a video that they do. There's printed instructions. These projects are never so hard that a beginner couldn't do them, but you don't have to do them the way they've done them. You can put your own unique spin on them, whatever you would like. So do a this or a this. It's a heart. Let me know if you would like my complete supply list. Let me know if you have questions. And be looking later for photos here in these comments, as well as just on DIY Dreaming. And if you have suggestions for other projects that we could do using this beautiful stencil, please send them my way. I'm always looking for at least 5 more things, and pretty much every month I can come up with them because they are so awesome. I made the most darling apron last month. And the month before, oh my gosh, I made the most beautiful pillow wrap. I did this book cover. I mean, they're just super versatile seasonal stencils. So I will do probably at least 5 more projects using this, just to give you tons of ideas. But if you have ideas, or if you know what you would like to see, tell me so that I can do it. Okay, thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful and blessed rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow.